How did you feel like the defense was able to bounce back in such a big way?
Yeah, no, I loved our response. As a team and as a defense, we're coming off that Penn State week. There was a lot of things that we didn't do well, and it was a tough film to watch. But I was just so proud of the guys, the way they responded, coming off something like that, pitching a shutout. There were still a lot of things we saw on film that we need to get better at, some opportunities that they had that Rutgers missed out on, where we have to clean up and get better going into next week. But was just really proud of the team, how hard they played and responded overall.
When the offense went on those two big drives, you knew it was going to be that type of day for you guys?
Oh, yeah. I think the first one was 99 yards. We were pinned at the 1, and they were able to drive the ball down the field. And it felt like we were out there that first half for about 2 minutes total. I don't know what the exact stat was, but we weren't out there very long. But, we know in those types of games that's where we have to be able to do. We have to be able to get the ball back for our offense, and we know that they're going to take the ball and drive it down the field. And possessions in those types of games are critical. We're not out there a whole bunch, so when we are out there, we have to get 3 and outs and get quick stops for our offense to continue to hold the ball and score points.
What steps have you seen Cody take this year?
Yeah, just so proud of him. He's coming off an injury from last year. His first season was 2020, and we all know that was a really tough time for all of us. So just to see him finally step into a role where he's more confident than ever, and he's put in so much work to get to this point, you see all that paying off on the field and the way he's playing. He's growing into a tremendous leader at the linebacker position. He's grown into a tremendous player as well, and we're really starting to see that. He's flying around making plays, and each week he just continues to make plays, and that's why he's been able to get the opportunities that he has. So I'm just so proud of him, the way he studies, the way he prepares each week to go out there. He's like a little brother to me because, we've been playing alongside each other this is going on year 3 now, and now we're finally actually able to go out there and take the field together in a starting role. So just proud of him, and he's continuing to get better and grow.
Yeah. How have you tried to foster that as the older brother?
Yeah, I think just the biggest thing is just teaching him what I've learned and all the experiences that I've had as an older guy and as a vet in the room, and then just taking it and applying it and plugging it into him. He loves coming in and watching film with me, and whether it's after practice, we're watching practice tape or just studying opponent tape, he loves coming in asking questions, and he teaches me a lot of things too. And when he's out there on the field, he's calling things out before I am sometimes, and to be able to have that communication and have that trust in the guy next to you is tremendous because, you don't see everything, but when he's able to call things out and make checks, it just alleviates a little bit of the, the role that you have and the stress you have, and then you can go out there and fly around and play a little bit faster. So just proud of the steps he's taken, and then all the linebackers in the room as a whole. Just proud of the way that this group has been working and preparing and going out there and executing.
Has he shared it all? The origins of his Gopher fandom? I mean, it's...
No, I know he's a homegrown Minnesota kid. He hasn't actually told me. I know he's been getting some media time, so has he told you guys a little bit about that?
Or I just know that it was like since he was, little.
Yeah, no, and that shows with just the way he plays and is proud to be a Gopher. I know he's from a little small town, Anoka. I've never actually been. I think maybe we went over in that area this fall camp to a water park, and there wasn't much out there. But I know that he's a homegrown Minnesota kid, and, whenever he gets the chance to put on the maroon and gold, he's proud as can be, and just loves playing for the state and, for his teammates.
You guys kind of consider yourselves both kind of old school linebackers, do you think?
Yeah, I might be a little more old school than him. I think Cody's got a few steps on me, a little more agility and speed. So he might be a little bit new era where he can flip his hips and get out in coverage a little bit better than I can. But, we're both physical linebackers where we're going to stick our nose in there. And, that's the mentality we have, especially playing in, the Big Ten Conference and on the west side where you're going to have to stop the run and you're going to have to go against teams like Iowa, Wisconsin, Nebraska where they're going to pound the rock. So, yeah, we do have that attitude of a little bit old school where, you're going to have to stick your nose in there a lot and, stop the run.
There's maybe some tweaks, too, that got you guys on the field together a little more?
Yeah. We shuffled a little bit around. We've seen Braylon move to our Sam position a little bit last week, and that's where he was playing back in 2021, and that's a great role for him as well because, again, he's a guy that's got a lot of speed. works really well in space. So we were able to get him, moved out and into our cover down positions, taking away the middle of the field more, and we were able to slide Cody over to the will. And it kind of just, like I said, Coach Rossi's looking to put us in the best positions. And, it doesn't matter where we are or who gets the credit for the tackles, whatever. As long as, the linebackers, we know our mentality is we got to do our job and fit within the system for the defense and for the team. So we know what our role is, and understand that.
How much confidence is Tyler Dubin playing with right now?
Oh, he's playing with a tremendous amount, especially when I'm, tipping some balls up to him that are going right through my hands so he can have extra interceptions. But no, just tremendous confidence, and it shows in his leadership, it shows in his play, it shows in the way in the way he prepares. He's such a vocal leader, and he's always the first guy to tell you on the sideline, like, you got to match him. He's like, I'm gonna go make the play. Who's gonna make the play after me? And he'll say those things, and then he'll go out and force a fumble. He'll go out and make an interception. So, when you have a guy like that leading the secondary and leading the back end, it gives a lot of confidence to the defense, because we know that we got a guy back there that's going to come down and fit the run, or he's going to spread out in space and make an open field play. So New playing with so much confidence right now, and just excited to see his growth and what he's capable of as a player.
He's been increasingly getting better. Was there moments or a particular time when you saw him pop and you thought this could be a prelude to this?
Yeah, I mean, just when he came in on campus in 2020, his first year starting, we knew that he was going to be really special. And he had a tough first go-around, as we all did in that year. And maybe some people thought, whatever. But we knew the way he worked and the way he prepared, that he was going to be a really good player someday. And we saw it 2021. And now this year it's really jumping off the screen, jumping off the tape. And I think just I go back to the way he studies and the way he prepares, and I can give so many examples of him making extreme plays where, maybe he didn't get it right in the week, but he's a guy that's going to get it right come Saturday, and he's going to put in the work and put in the preparation so that he does make that play. And then he's just got tremendous athleticism. I know there was a few plays during fall camp where he was making plays where it was like, holy cow, like, breathtaking plays, and we knew that he was going to be a special player. And as the seasons continue to progress and develop, he's just gaining more and more confidence, which we need out of him. And I know it's going to be a special last 4 games for him as well.
Time for 1 or 2 more from
What do you see from Nebraska?
Yeah, they're an explosive operation. I think it was in their last 2 games, they had a tremendous amount of explosive plays. They got long receivers, very fast receivers. Their tight ends are enormous. And then they have quarterbacks that are able to push the ball down the field. So, defensively, we have to understand that that's the type of operation they're going to be, whereas they're going to beat you down the field and score points. So we have to be disciplined in our coverage. We have to be able to get after the quarterback up front and create pressure and take away some of those deeper throws. Just working together on that page.
What do you remember? I think you had 18 or 19 tackles there in 2020 in that COVID game.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Player of the week, maybe, I think.
Yeah, that was a crazy time, because I know that we had, I think, around 30, 40 guys out on our team with COVID, and it was questionable if we were even going to play that week. And we had guys like Ariante Ursary starting as a freshman. We had so many guys that were questionable going into that game just with COVID. And then we went out there and had a great performance as a team. And, individually I had a great performance. Credit to all the guys on the defense. But, yeah, that was a special moment in my career. And, that was done and over with. So we got to continue to make more of those.
All good with Mariano? All right.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Mariano.
Have a great day.